What's up, guys? Michael Matthew here inside the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. As the Los Angeles Clippers are back in action tonight, they face the defending champion Boston Celtics. Full Clip Clippers Unleashed, we are here. But it's a big game, but there's no big players playing for the Clippers. So many of the stars are going to be out. No Kawhi, no James Harden, no Zubac. It's going to be almost like the San Diego Clippers showing up here tonight. Beef, what's your thoughts on what we're going to see tonight?
Well, the list goes on. A lot of players were figuring out that what they're going to play tonight, what they're going to play tonight, and in return they're not. But fans, you got to hold tight. It's 6 games and 9 nights. So the Clippers play Sunday against the Lakers, Monday against the Bulls, tonight against Boston, tomorrow against the Wizards, and Saturday against the Bucks. So you're going to have to take some time off in between so these players can not be wore down, right? But I will say this, though. It's kind of a give and take because they're going against the East Coast swing, in which these teams don't come back out west for a very long time until next season. So fans, buckle up. It's going to be okay. And Clipper Nation, we're going to see some young folks tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see some young players, but I'm a little disappointed with that, man. I think that you want to please your fans. You know, you have a chance to play the defending champs. Let's see what your best can do up against them, because if you see them in the finals, you can go back on this tape that you have, but you won't have the opportunity because it's going to be the young bucks out there. You got guys like Jordan Miller, Kobe Brown, Bones Highland, who is going to get some run tonight. Which one of that trio are you looking forward to playing tonight, B?
Well, of course, the ones that have been here the longest, right?
Okay.
Bones Highland, Jordan Miller, and Kobe Brown. Those are the ones that I would like to see. Of course, I would love to see Max.
Pick one. Who's that one guy?
Pick one?
Yeah, who's that one guy?
It's going to be Bones Highland. Actually, no. I actually take that back. It's going to be Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann, an individual that necessarily was out of rotation, and he's been inserted and kind of been hitting and missing a little bit, been hurt as well. So definitely it's going to be a night for Terrence Mann and a proving game.
Yeah, T-Man, of course, getting minutes. Maybe he might give us another 30-point game like he did many years ago. But I want to see what Jordan Miller can do, you know. Being there in Las Vegas to see what he was able to do during the Las Vegas Summer League, knowing that, man, this guy can really go, but it's tough. I asked him before, how is it to go from Summer League to G League where you scoring 20, 30 points a game to where you come to the big team and you have to kind of figure out a role. He's going to see today, hey, how tough is it to be a number one guy, because he's going to be going up against Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White. But I think he's going to do some good things. The Clippers, you know, they're trying to figure out some rotation pieces. Everybody's saying maybe they need to trade for a big, but you want to get some good Kai Jones minutes tonight, some good Mo Bamba minutes tonight. What do you want to see from them to have Clipper fans happy out there?
Pure dominance. Mo Bamba's an individual that can shoot the 3 ball, so let's say you let it fly. Kai Jones is a high flyer. Let's see how he is against this matchup against the Boston Celtics, being an undersized big, and see if he can, when they go small ball, see how he reacts to that small ball.
Yeah, and it's just going to, you know, it's a chance for these guys to get an opportunity to show, hey, coach, I deserve a little more minutes. That's why Kobe Brown, I'm also excited to see, because he's a guy who had a great summer, was going to get some burn. Ty Lue said in the presser was going to get some burn, but got hurt. So, like, things kind of, you know, were rescheduled. But, man, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a test. It might be tough, Clipper fans. But let's see if these young Clips come out here and fight. Michael B, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. We'll see you after the game.
Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Back to your right.
Hello.
You guys are the only team in the NBA this season playing 4 games in 5 days. Understand that tonight some of the guys aren't going to be able to go, but how do you sort of mentally and physically manage 4 games in 5 days?
You know, just take it game by game. You know, the biggest thing is, like you said, our players' safety, making sure they're feeling well. Have a lot of guys on the team with some little nagging injuries that you know, we got to try to be careful with. And so having 4 and 5 and 6 and 9, we just thought it was smart to, you know, try to let those guys get some rest and hopefully get some of those guys back tomorrow. So we're not sure yet about that, but it seemed a pretty smart thing to do tonight.
For the group that is able to go tonight, it's a group that doesn't traditionally play super heavy minutes. What are you looking for from them, especially in the first half or so, to get underway?
Yeah, play the right way, attack, you know, be aggressive, and we got to bring a physicality to the game. You know, last time we played Boston in Boston, defensively we had no physicality. I think they made 22 threes. They got to where they wanted to get on the floor, and we had no resistance. So challenge our guys today and walk through just being physical, taking up the space, you know, not, you know, give them a lot of space to do what they want to do. And so we got to be better with that tonight.
Coach, back left for you. Boston obviously shoots a lot of threes. Do you as a coach ever feel the need to kind of keep up with that? How do you, because it becomes a math game at a certain point in time. I mean, I think they take over 50 a game at points. And do you feel the need to keep up? And if not, how do you try to keep pace with them?
Yeah, I mean, we can't keep up with that, but they have a lot of guys that demand double teams. They get to the basket, get to the paint, and so teams have to overhelp, so that's the challenge today. It's just taking the challenge one-on-one. The better your one-on-one defense is, the better your team defense is. And so we're doing a good job being physical, keeping them out of the paint. They won't shoot as many threes, and so we got to do a good job and see what happens.
Ty, when you game like tonight, obviously a lot of opportunities from the younger guys. What are you looking for out of a guy like Jordan, I think, who has probably a big opportunity tonight?
Just to get back what he did when he first got a chance to get into the lineup when he played. It's been inconsistent minutes for him since when he had those first, 7, 8 games. But just, be explosive, get into the basket, get into the paint, making the right read. And then challenge him on the defensive end to be, really good defensively, taking that challenge, making sure he's getting back in transition, the little things. And so he's got to get better with the little things. And, when you're a young player, it takes a little time to get that. But just continue to keep building off of that.
Yeah, we saw Kobe get some run at the end of last game. What did you make of those minutes? And I guess what do you make of his overall progress to the point where maybe could we see more rotation minutes more often with him?
Yeah, I thought last game he was good, and you can see him more often. He's the only one who hasn't really got a real opportunity outside of Bones, this year. The time we were going to use him, he got hurt. He was out for that stretch and kind of, hurt what we were trying to do. But, Kobe works hard every single day. He's a really good player. Can play the 4 and the 5. And so just, tonight would be a good opportunity to play a little bit of both and just kind of see where he's at.
Ty, with Zoo in his eye, how is he coming along with that, and how is Kawhi progressing after playing against the Lakers?
Kawhi's feeling good. I didn't get a chance to see Zoo. He had on sunglasses, so I got to, get in there and mess with him a little bit. I didn't get a chance to see him take them off. But they say he's getting better, still a little blurry, and so, like I said, hopefully we can have him for tomorrow, but not sure yet. I haven't seen him, so I got to see. I got to get in there. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, so facing Boston this year, obviously you get them 2 times a year, world champions. What's the message to the team? And also, why do you think they've been having so much success over the last few years? You coached over there a few years ago, back in 2011, 2013. So what's kind of the message to the team you got to give to them this year?
Joe's done an unbelievable job, coaching this team. And to come in and be the youngest coach in the league, I think, at the time when he took over and just doing what he's done and having the guys have, instant buy-in. And that's tough when you have a championship caliber team. But he's done a great job leading this team. And so I just told our team tonight, just in order to beat this team, we got to attack them. We got to be physical. We can't let our guards down. We can't allow them to have easy baskets, offensive putbacks, getting out in transition, getting dunks and threes. And so we just got to make them play against our half-court defense. We got to be physical. We got to challenge these guys. And when they're driving to the paint, we got to be aggressive, going for steals, not letting them see seams, and see what happens.
To game like tonight, what are you looking forward to the most?
I don't know.
You're getting to play guys that you've mentioned. They don't get to play that much. You've had all these guys since, all season training camp and everything. I'm sure you get a lot of complaints about, guys mainly from people like us, about certain guys not playing. So now those guys are getting a chance to play. Is this one of those nights where, you get to actually show them what it's like to compete and get a chance to win?
Yeah, we had this conversation the other day. A lot of guys on this team deserve to play, but you can't play, 15 guys. And so the sacrifice from this team, all this way, has been really good. Like I said, Bones is one of the ones that's had to make the biggest sacrifice. T-Man and Scoot, back and forth. And we have a lot of guys that deserve to play, but you can't play everybody. And so our guys have bought in that, whoever we need that night to win, that's what we're going to do. And we just want to win for tonight. And we worry about tomorrow. And that's kind of, how we go about things here. So tonight, for those guys to get an opportunity to play, It'd be good to see. Like I said, I know they're happy, they're excited. Young guys, but we got to do things the right way. And so understanding that what they're doing tonight, can help them get some more minutes or help them, understand what we're trying to do defensively and offensively with our team. And so hopefully they can fit in and get better with those things tonight.
Ty, can you share your starting five for tonight?
Yeah. Mo, DJ, T-Man, Amir, and Kevin Porter.
And, Coach, I want to ask you about Drew. He's a guy that you got a chance to coach in the Olympics, brings all the winning intangibles, helped Milwaukee, helped Boston win the championship. What do you see from him on the court? He's a guy he's not an all-star guy, but he's the guy that he's first picked because of the things he brings to the table to help teams win. What do you see from him? What sticks out to you the most for him that helps teams win?
Yeah, he's been an all-star, and he's a winner. Whatever it takes to win, that's what he does. And along the way, the different stops he's had, if he's had a score, he scores. He's always been a defender every single night, and people hate playing against him. And so when you have that mentality every night, I'm going to guard the best player. I want to guard the best player, and he's a shutdown corner, so other guys can really lock in on other things on the floor. But now, like I said, later in his career, not worried about shots, which I don't think he ever has, but not worried about shots, just makes the right play every single night, takes on a tough assignment every single night, and just having a chance to, like you said, in the Olympics to have a chance to coach him. He's crazy too. He's funny, but he all around good player, and he's all about winning, whatever it takes. And so it's great to have those kind of guys on your team.
Tyler, in Boston, you dropped the gem on us by telling us that Tatum was your cousin. When did you first know he was going to be an NBA player? What's your first experience with Jason, and what's it been like to watch his maturation?
Yeah, he's definitely grown. He was a bigger size. I used to have my events in Mexico. His daddy, Justin, would bring him down, who's my cousin, and he would come to my 4th of July events, and you saw him grow, you heard about him, but I didn't have a chance to see him play a lot because, of course, I was, playing myself. But when he got to Duke, his freshman year, and you kind of seen, all the work he put in and then who he became, I was like, oh, okay. He's a really good player. And just to see his, maturation throughout the process of just not only being a scorer, but now be able to pass the basketball, be able to read defenses, not just, looking to score. And so, of course, anybody can come out and shoot all the balls, but when you take pride in defense, take pride in rebounding the basketball, take pride in making the right play, and that's what he's gotten better at. And so, when he does that, they are a different team.
Michael Matthew here, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. As you can see, we are here at the Clip Shop where we are here. Tammy's inside. She's in there looking for some of that new hot gear, the Clipper City Edition 23-24 season. It's really dope. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Let's go inside with Tammy and see what she has.
All right, Clippers fans, the 2024-25 City Edition gear has dropped for the LA Clippers. They have all kind of cool sweatsuits. I really, really like this one. It looks cozy. I love the puffy print. They've got hoodies. They've got jackets. They have jerseys. They have tote bags, hats. They have everything that you need for the 2024-2025 City Edition. Grab it before it's gone. I'm thinking about getting something myself. What do you think I would look like in this? Who knows?
Everybody ready? Come on, let's go. The Rick Flash Show! Let's go! The Rick Flash Show! Let's go!
Clipper Nation, we were in for a surprise. We got one of the best games so far here in the Intuit Dome with the Clippers coming up just short, 117-113 in overtime to the defending champ Boston Celtics. I am Mike Matthew with my guy Beef. Full clip, Clippers Unleashed. Beef, what was your thoughts on this game that nearly surprised the champ?
Man, we just basically seen a team that has grit, grind, and everything you want to call it. A team that is very resilient when their back is against the wall. And a team, you know, if you punch them, they're going to fight back.
Yeah, that shows how well coached that this team is with the fight that they had. Like that's what makes this Clipper team special so far this year. They fight, they fight, they fight. Even when they're without 4 starters, including, if you have Chris Dunn as well, it's like a 5th starter not being in the game. Like they just really play so well. And I'm gonna start with Derrick Jones Jr., who had a career night. 29 points. He knocked down 12 of 19 shots, playing some great basketball. Did you know he had this in his game, Beef?
Definitely. That's why we picked him away. Picked him, pooped him, all that good stuff. I'm over here thinking about the ring. We plucked him away from the Mavericks. So we definitely knew he was a defensive stopper, but we like 3-and-D, right?
Yeah.
And as long, like I said, we said this earlier, in media day, we said throughout the whole season, if he's able to knock down that 3, he will be something special. He was knocking it down today. A few shots and go his way, but from the start of the game, he was knocking them down like he was Reggie Miller.
Yeah, 4 from 7 from the 3-point line, making some big-time shots. Amir Coffey made some big-time plays, scoring 20 points. You got KPJ was also added 20 points. Like 3 players to score 20 in this big game. When you deal with the Celtics who come out and shoot exactly 53s, it's tough, but they made a way to make it as tough as possible. What did you think about the defensive job that you saw from this team tonight? Where you thought it was going to be a blowout, they came up and they played some really good defense.
They just played aggressive. They didn't care who was on the court. They didn't care that they was the world champions, right? They necessarily played ball. And that when you play ball, you get good results. So even though the Clippers lost, it just shows that next man up mentality is very live and real.
All right, and shout out Kobe Brown. He was able to do his thing. I
Kobe.
was able to ask Coach about his performance. But speaking of Coach, we got Coach here for you with the post-game presser.
Coach, I know you're not huge on moral victories, back to your right. But thinking about the group that you had tonight to push the defending champs to overtime and almost see, can you at least take some positives out of what you just saw out there?
Yeah, a lot of good positives. For the young guys to get a chance to play and compete the way they did, just hate to see a loss like that, but 23 turnovers is hard, to beat a really good team, when you turn the ball over that many times. But, our guys kept fighting, kept competing down to the wire. We thought we was out of it. We was able to sit in overtime. And then one foul away, we should have fouled, at the end, when the big guy got the ball to the basket. You can't give him a layup, So just some learning experiences, in that regard. But, I liked our fight. I liked our pace. And we did some good things. And there's definitely some things we can take from this game.
Coach, so basically you guys had a group effort that everybody pretty much fought, but KPJ and Derrick Jones Jr. really led the charge tonight. What you kind of see this season getting them the first year here? What's your hypothesis of them?
Of
KPJ and Derrick Jones.
Oh, they've been great. With KPJ just, taking on a different role, from, being in Houston where he was a starter, he was the guy, and coming here and just trying to do what we ask him to do, trying to fit in, trying to run a team, and playing the backup point guard position. And so it's new for him. And so just trying to, stay with him. He was great tonight, and he's been pretty good, And so, we have guys taking on different roles. And, DJ's been great, all year, career highs and everything in every category. And, when you play hard, you can compete. That's what happens. You're in every game. You have a chance to win and still at the end. But like I said, I'm proud of our guys and our young guys for getting the opportunity to play and doing a good job.
Coach, can you talk about what you saw with Kobe Brown, 11 rebounds, the defensive stops that he was able to give you guys late? Just like with that type of effort and energy can bring the rest of the guys that he's on the floor with.
Yeah, I thought, by going to Kobe, being able to switch and kind of take him out of the pick and roll where, we were in a deep drop with Mo. Mo 7'2", he can't, get up every single time. And so, change of pace by bringing Kobe in, be able to switch 1 through 5. Did a good job guarding one-on-one, and they're going to make some tough shots. That's who they are. But I was really proud of how he rebounded the basketball. And, he played the right way, and so it was good to see him, grow tonight. It was a big game for him coming into tonight, and he did a good job.
Ty, you talked about the level of buy-in that this group has. How much is that on display in a night like tonight where Terrence is a guy who's been in and out of the rotation, but he's clearly staying ready, gets 45 minutes? How much is that buy-in on display for a game like tonight?
You've seen it. Bones comes in, plays hard. Jordan, he comes in, he's ready. Cam got a little taste of it tonight, and just, it's a tough season. It's tough when you have a really good team and, everyone, really deserves to play, but you can't play so many guys. And just our buy-in, like you said, guys happy, pulling for one another, guys getting opportunity to play and playing well. And so that's just how it's going to be all season. Guys just got to stay ready. I'll keep my communication up with these guys, just let them know what I see and what I feel for that night, and then just kind of go from there.
Say, how would you evaluate tonight's defense, especially in the second half when they were probably wanting to be more aggressive and put that game away?
Really good. Giving up 43 points in that second half, to a team that, really scores the basketball, and they got to their 53s, 50 on the dot, but I thought we did a good job, just taking a challenge one-on-one. They're going to make tough shots. They're going to make, crazy shots, but that's what they do, and so in that second half, coming out after halftime, hold them to 43 points, I thought was huge.
Coach, can you speak on the team's depth and continuity?
Yeah, we have, I think 4 starters out, and to be able to come out, the team that we had, it just shows how deep we are. It just shows you that guys, deserve opportunities to play, but you can't play 15 players, and so it's hard. But it definitely shows, the job that, Lawrence Frank and Trent Redden and Mark Hughes are putting a team together that's, deep, that can step up and play when guys are out, and you was able to see that tonight.
Coach, going back to the defense, specifically when you brought Kobe in the game, you guys were physical, being able to switch 1 through 5. But can you talk about how Boston wasn't able to handle you guys' pressure late in the game? You caused turnovers, Jalen offensive foul, threw it away. Can you talk about what you like from that unit specifically?
Yeah, being able to fly around. I think to be able to, double team and fire, at their players and be able to scramble out and get into a rotation, and so just, being able to see that and, Jaden came in, Springer came in and made a huge shot, down the stretch. And I thought his defense, his pressure really changed the game for them, by picking up full court, by pressuring our guards, making it hard for us to use the screens and pick and rolls. And like I said, we did a good job of just firing, double teaming, getting out of their hands, making them turn it over. And then, like I said, Jaden, he hit a big shot, to kind of seal the win.
Questions?
Then how are you guys able to regain your composure to start overtime?
Just coming out and playing basketball. That was pretty much it.
When you found out they were missing or big star players were not going to play, what were you thinking, and why did it become such a tough game for you? They're missing all those key players.
It's the NBA. They played well. They hit a lot of shots, and they played. Shot were cut out to them. I thought they played really well, but we just came out and just wanted to play basketball, be aggressive, make the right plays, stuff like that. And I thought the Clippers played well tonight.
Joe, how do you kind of become more poised and better in the fourth quarter and had some blunders in the last couple of games? Just how do you kind of improve that?
Take accountability. Look at the film and stuff like that, and just learn from our experiences. We had some turnovers late in the fourth quarter. It was, I guess some different coverages kind of the Clippers were throwing at us, but they did a good job of trapping us in the corners and stuff, and they made the game closer than it probably should have been. But we just gotta be better.
Jalen, how have you and the group tried to manage the grind of this season as well as absorbing everyone's best shot after coming off the championship?
It's a mental challenge, but it's a physical one too. Just trying to be available each and every night, through the physicality, through injuries and stuff like that, and just try to put your best foot forward. But it's a challenge, and we just got to continue to choose to meet that challenge every day.
Okay, what was your
prospects, that look up to you every single night, bro? You come out here and guard the best players during an era where a lot of people don't do that. What do you say to the youth in terms of guarding the best and helping themselves develop and bringing it down to here, to the NBA and bringing it every single night?
I would say, that's that's the type of basketball that has to win. Just being able to, have an effect on both ends of the floor, and to be able to do that night in and night out takes a toll on your body that people don't really, look into or respect. But that's real basketball. When we're real basketball players, we don't necessarily give them the credit. We don't look at the game like that. It's more about offense. But guys that can affect the game on both ends, helps those teams win.
Hey Jay, I talked to KD about Netflix starting 5, and he mentioned how he wants to show people the pros and cons of this lifestyle. What do you want to show people during this time?
I think what KD is saying is something that's true for me as well, but also, show just the personal side of my life a little bit. You can see some of the things that I'm involved in, and give people more of an inside look on what it's like being me.
What is something that you wish that people knew more about you?
What is something? I think people lose sleep. I'm a lot funnier than people give me credit for. Because I never smile or whatever when I'm talking to the media. They think that I'm just serious all the time, but I'm a lot funnier than people give me credit for.
What was your first impressions of this arena after playing in it for the first time?
It was nice. We definitely spent some winning, for sure. It was loud. The way they built it, the structure of it, it's more on top of you. And I think that has a lot to do with the sound engineering, because there wasn't that many people in there, but it sounded like it was. So I'm not sure if that was a part of the design, but it was fun. It was a fun place to play, and I'm happy we got the win.
How rewarding
what is it about these two-round league teams, in your experience, that shorthanded they're still able to fight back and make it a game?
No, they play hard. They play tough, and they try to make it different on us, try to mix up our coverages and reads and stuff like that. We still got to be better on this spots. We turn the ball over too much, but we got to be better. But they did a good job of trapping in certain areas in the corners and trying to mix up their rotations and stuff like that. So they did good defensively tonight.
How rewarding is it to see a guy like Jaden Springer, come in after not playing for so long and have the type of impact on both ends that he did tonight?
That was tough. And as the season goes on, you need every guy on your team, and that is just a testament to him and his work ethic that he just, has got his name called. Defensively, we weren't at our best. Kevin Porter was getting the best of us. I rolled my ankle in the second quarter again, so that kind of slowed me down. And Jaden just came in and just hawked the ball, gave us some energy on defense, and helped us get a win. So you got to commend that. That's huge. And then he hit some big shots from other end. So it definitely was a great Jaden Springer game.
How are you doing physically?
Last question.
Just pushing through. I think this is definitely the rougher part physically in the season. Had some injuries and things like that, but I try to make myself available every night. Don't make no excuses, but it is what it is. But I'm a little beat up. But we'll be ready. I'll be ready tomorrow.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. All right, we're back. We just heard from Coach. You could tell, even though it was a loss, you know how Coach Ty Lue is. He man, a loss is a loss. I ain't doing none of that.
23 turnovers.
Yeah. But he felt kind of like, hey, this is what we can do, when we put our heads down and just attack and be aggressive and play, even without our big-time guys. He looked really happy with the performance that you saw. What did you think of his performance? Because I think he did a hell of a job coaching his team tonight.
Definitely. It's a well-oiled machine, right? Jeff Gundy is taking care of the defensive side. Ty Lue is taking care of everything in between. So, of course, you throw some defense input things in there. But when you watch the game, right, you see Ty Lue, he's talking to one player. You see Jeff not too far away on the knee yelling defensive plays. So you can see how this team is a 1-2 punch starting with the coaching staff. And just going forward, this team is going to be something to deal with being in the middle of the pack in the Western Conference.
And it was good to see some minutes for Jordan Miller, for Bones Highland, these guys, Mo Bamba, to come out there there and play without these big-time names out for them, and they fought, man. So before we go, we got to give our player of the game. Who's your player of today's game, even though it was a tough loss?
That sweet lefty, Amir Coffey, man. Amir Coffey was going up, talking trash, talking anything he wanted to, and handling business. So as he was going through, that mid-range game was flowing, and he also took it to the rim. So Amir Coffey, I'll take my hat off to you for what you did.
Hey, shout out to the IE. I'm go back to another lefty, Derrick Jones Jr. It's crazy that all three of the lefties too, but Derrick Jones Jr. did his thing, showed us a lot, and showed why he's a key piece to this team trying to make a deep run in the playoffs. Michael B, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. We see you guys tomorrow. Clippers, Wizards. It should be a good one.
Let's go.